2020 has been a wild ride. Part of me feels back because 2020 has been, just like for everybody, it wasn't great in the beginning, but through starting my dream business of starting a jiu-jitsu gym and getting my dream car, it has been a wild ride. So I'm gonna tell you exactly, guys, how we were able to do that and how Elon Musk himself was able to help me get a Tesla. So with that being said, guys, we actually have a Cybertruck on reservation. I say on reservation like it's on a reservation. No, we actually spent $100 to reserve our spot to get the Tesla Tri-Motor, which is a Cybertruck. So it's the top echelon one, 69,000 is what it's running at. And 0 to 60, 2.9 seconds, 500 miles of range, and bulletproof. Why? Well, I mean, who doesn't want a bulletproof car, right? Anyways, well, shortly after we ended up doing the reservation, my wife came to me and said, "Hey, why don't we just get a Model 3 or a Model Y?" And I was really shocked because my wife's actually the one between the both of us that likes to kind of pull back on the spending, which is great. And if you guys can ever find someone to marry that compliments you really well in all aspects of life, you need to reel them in, because I'm telling you what, I had a phenomenal catch. Especially when it comes to my wife, when it comes to raising her kids, the financial side, the education, all of it. She's an absolute home run. In fact, her birthday was a couple days ago. But anyways, so Elon was able to, with the performance of what he's done with Tesla over the last 4 years that I've been involved, buying the stock so much, from buying fractional shares through Robinhood, through any time it would dip, buying as much as I could, through Elon tweeting about how he was going to take Tesla private at $420 when it ended up dropping because first quarter of like last year that did not hit profitability, did not look like the way they were wanting it, to when it dipped back down after them not being included in the S&P 500 two quarters ago. Any dips over the last 4 years, those are just some of the big ones, especially with this big dip that we had in 2020. I'm not going to say the name because, obviously affects the YouTube algorithm, but the Rona, I guess we could call it, like Jeremy for the financial education likes to call it. But anyways, bought a lot during that time period as well. And Tesla has taught me so much when it comes to investing and being emotionally durable, and not having the day-to-day price affect any bit of my outlook whatsoever. It wasn't always like that in the beginning, because there was temptation to sell, especially after the 420 tweet, not because like it shook my belief in the company, but I was watching my money go down quite drastically. And I've learned so much through experience being involved in investing in Tesla that, and I have a lot of gratitude, because I have a lot of love for investing that I have discovered over the last 4 years, especially over the last 2 years with some of the other investments we've got involved in. But the focus of this video is I want to talk about the Tesla that I got. So selfishly, man, the idea of getting like a performance Model 3 sounds absolutely incredible. I have 3 wonderful children though. So my goal is that we're going to get this Tesla Model Y. And when we get that Model Y, I'm going to drive it, I'm going to love it. And then once we get our order ready for the Tesla Cybertruck, we're going to give the Model Y to my wife, and then I'm going to take the Tesla Cybertruck. And depending upon how well we do with our investments and how well, just as a side note, guys, we're in my jiu-jitsu gym that I own. So I literally feel like I've retired at 30 because my passion is jiu-jitsu and investing, okay? I found a way to monetize my passion, which is jiu-jitsu. Now on the other side, investing, well, study hard, do well, and you'll monetize that as well, and do quite stinking well, which is what we've actually done with our portfolio. But anyways, my wife wants to take the Model Y and hopefully trade it up to the Model X, to where then she can have 3 rows of seats and have the level of comfort that she wants, because she is a big fan of the Model X. Go figure, right? But anyways, this is actually a picture of the video, or excuse me, a picture of our Tesla that we're going to be getting, which is the Model Y. Ended up going with the long range, right? Because let's be real, that little bit of extra range makes my wife feel extra comfortable. So this car is something I'm very excited about. It's something I'm excited to make a little bit of content about. I'm excited about the idea of having no reason now, outside of maybe needing some energy drinks, which, when it comes to my budget, I don't need to be spending money on that. And hey, you probably could argue even my health does not need any energy drinks, but I'll have no need of ever hitting a gas station up again because I will have this Tesla Model Y. And in the near future, once they have our delivery ready for the Tesla Cybertruck, we're not gonna have any need whatsoever because we're gonna be 100% full electric on the Tesla hype train, baby, because we are excited about getting this car. I'll actually, hopefully, I have to choose when we're gonna go pick it up because we have to go up to Kansas City because it's with where we're at in Southwest Missouri. They don't deliver it to this area, but they will to Kansas City, Missouri. And we're gonna make a nice little fun day trip up there, pick up the Tesla, drive back, and we'll bring you guys along too so you guys can see some of it. So, but early on, guys, buying into Tesla, I literally bought the stock only because the mere fact that I wanted it to grow to buy me a Tesla. And it's done so much more through providing education, through providing really a route that my wife and I can hit a goal, which today I'm 30, I'm gonna be 31 December 30th of this month. And my goal is to, be at 7 figures net worth for my wife and I by the time that I am 40. So we have just over 9 years, because obviously I turned 31 December 30th. And if I could have changed anything over the last 4 years, I wouldn't have changed any decisions that I've made with purchasing or selling a certain stock, because it's provided education. Even if it's costing me money, it's what I've paid for that experience to teach me. And I want to have a 7-figure net worth by the time that I'm 40. And I wish if I can go back 4 years, that I would have documented all of my investments through me buying and maybe me ignorantly selling at different points. And what was I feeling and thinking in that moment? Why was I continuing to buy when Tesla went down? Because number one, I think it's a great education tool for others, so you guys can hopefully learn from mistakes that I've made. And if we're being real, the YouTube community, especially when it comes to the financial side, for me, has been quite nice, especially for when I don't have a lot of people that are around here that I could talk about stocks, because they go strictly off what's CNBC, or they just have no interest whatsoever at all. So I have nobody to talk to but myself. And what's nice about YouTube is that you could be involved in these different communities, from like solving the money problem channel to the financial education with Jeremy to I forgot the guy's name, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw his channel up in here. But he's one that's a nice one as well. There's the Stephen Graham show, and then the Stephen Graham channel as well. But there's a lot of financial YouTubers out there that provide a lot of education and conversation that has been a big help and support to me. And if I could be frank, I want to be able to grow, and I want to be able to create content that's going to be entertaining, but at the same time as well share my experience, so it can do the same for you, for what these other channels have actually done for me. So we're going to be picking up that Tesla. Hopefully, I think December 18th is when I'm going to schedule the pickup time. And right now we're sitting at about 300 shares in Tesla. We're gonna hopefully work our way back up to the 385 and then get a little bit past that, because the one thing I have learned in the last 4 years is that the FOMO effect and feeling is something that you have to avoid. It's the fear of missing out, because after the S&P 500 inclusion, to where it's confirmed, and now they have a set date of when they're doing it in December, Tesla's been going to the absolute moon. And let's be real, we may not get another opportunity to buy around the low 500. And after the announcement of a company being included in the S&P 500, you always see a big jump up, but then a couple months after, they end up losing all of those gains that they got, after the announcement. And with Tesla, it's probably could do the same thing, but there is also a chance too it may not go back down. But the good news is that even if it goes up to $700, my investment range is the next 5 to 10 years. So with that being said, today it is a heck of a discount for my investment horizon, for what we are actually looking at. Now, short term, sure, you could definitely talk about it being overpriced, the valuation, X, Y, or Z. But when it comes to investing, I don't care what Tesla did yesterday. I don't. I care about what they're doing tomorrow and where they're going to be in the next handful of years, because that's what I'm investing for. That is what I look for in companies, is what they're doing in the next 5 to 10 years. 5 years is the low end for me. 10 years is literally where we're at with Tesla at this point. Now, I do have another company like Planet 13 that we're looking at the next 5 years, and that's really my lower end of an investment horizon. But anything lower than that, you're guessing and gambling, and who knows, you may get lucky. But for my experience, which is not a lot, it's the last 4 years, but we're going to document it as we go. But you got to invest with a 5 to 10 year horizon, because everybody that I've listened to that has steered me in the right direction, that also historically is pretty darn correct, looks in 5 to 10 year horizons. When it comes to Kathy Woods at ARK Invest, when it comes to Jeremy at the Financial Channel, when it comes to Stephen Graham, Stephen Graham's more like with ETFs and real estate, but their focus is long term. It's not short term. It's not what the next quarter looks like. Because if Tesla, posts a profit or misses the next quarter, they're gonna drop heavy. But that doesn't change how I look at the company. Now, it will change me short term because I'm gonna be excited because it's going on sale. I will be buying heavy. I'll be moving what do I need to move to be able to take advantage of that opportunity. And if next year gets a little funky and goofy, we're gonna continue to buy and add as we go. But if it takes off to the moon, or as they say on Solving the Money Problem, heading to Mars, we're gonna continue to nibble and nibble and nibble as we go. And I'm just so excited to share that with you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do not forget to subscribe and like. It'll be a big help. And I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. And I'll see you guys when I get that Tesla. So peace.